Hello, up Sean your Movie Madman, and I'm back. And today is going to be extremely amazing for everyone, because today we're going to be talking about the brand new 4K restoration of Monty Python and the Meaning of Life. So a lot of you might turn around and be like, Monty Python and the Meaning of Life, why was this the first Monty Python film to be released, considering people probably don't really like the Meaning of Life all that much and probably prefer the Holy Grail or Life of Brian. But you know, they decided to do this one first. Maybe they thought we'll get the least popular one out of the way and then release the bigger ones. Who knows? Maybe they decided to do this one because it was the latest one, so maybe it's a bit easier to do. I don't know really, to be fair, but we're gonna get the plastic off, have a look inside and compare the 4K disc to the Blu-ray. No slip cover, I might add. No slip cover on there, so that's a bit upsetting, but we'll take the plastic off, yeah. Let's have a look inside, yeah? Cool, so we've got some original artwork on the disc there, so that's quite nice, isn't it? Like that. Good start. Same artwork on the Blu-ray, but that don't really matter, does it? At least they've pushed the boat out and got some new artwork there. Looks like you've got the older Blu-ray there as well, because it's got the older BBFC rating on it instead of the new clearer one there, so be interesting to see how these compare to each other. Let's go have a look and then I'll come back and let you know. Well, that was interesting, I'll tell you that much. So I had a look at the Blu-ray. I put the Blu-ray in and straight away I was like, oh my god, I've never seen a Blu-ray that looks this bad. It was literally, I've never seen a grainier Blu-ray in my life. The grain was literally, there were big black spots that kept popping up on the screen. That's how grainy this was. It was absolutely terrible. So then, quite optimistically, I was like, okay, time to stick in that 4K, have a look at that, which was what I did, put in the 4K, went back to those scenes that I was looking at on the Blu-ray, and you know what? It looks just as bad, if not a little bit worse. I don't know how anyone possibly thought that this could pass as a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, but I would probably go as far as to say this is quite easily, without a doubt, the worst looking 4K Blu-ray that I have ever owned, which is really bad. This is comparing it to American Werewolf in London and Waterworld and Robin Hood. This is, when you look at those three, like there's stuff in the background that's grainy, like the sky looks grainy, but then when you get to close-ups of people, it still doesn't look that bad. You can still see details and faces and stuff like this, whereas this, like, the background isn't really the issue. It's almost like they've just taken a layer of grain and just put it over the front of the image. It looks absolutely awful. The background just blends in with the rest of it, so in a way at least the background's not that grainy, because you don't really notice it because the rest of the picture is. But it's made in 1983, so I don't know. There are some films I've seen that are really old and have really good 4K transfers. 2001 for example, and Psycho, they're both really old 4K films and they both look really good in 4K, and they were both made before this. So I think it's got something to do with who does it and who renders it and how they do it. That's, I think, the more important side of it. Clearly these people are doing it right, and these people did it with their eyes closed. That's an interesting one for you. I wish I could say more, but there's literally nothing else I could really say. The menu looked really good. When I put the 4K disc in, the menu looked really bright and I was like, that looks great. Look forward to pushing play Regretted that. Regretted that straight away. Really glad that I didn't get this when it came out, otherwise I would have spent £25 on it. I got it on offer. It was really sad, disappointed. The most disappointed I've been with a 4K disc this year. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to poo off now. You won't see me again until next year. So happy New Year. Hope you have a really good night tomorrow night. Seeing the new year in, and then making all those New Year's resolutions on New Year's Day, and then realising 3 days later that they were pointless and you're not going to abide by them anyway. But we won't go there. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that would be great, and I will see you next year. Okay, goodbye.